We begin tonight with developing news on Rhode Island's landmark pension reforms.
Today, retirees voted overwhelmingly to accept a proposed settlement with the state rather than fight sweeping changes to their retirement benefits in court. But it's still far from a done deal.
Now, this all started back in 2011 when then Governor Lincoln Chafee signed the pension overhaul into law. Current Governor Gina Raimondo, who was general treasurer at the time, helped craft the plan.
It includes cuts to cost of living increases and higher mandatory retirement ages, designed to save the state $4 billion of your tax dollars over 20 years.
The unions are challenging the reforms in court, and the case is scheduled to head to trial next month until a settlement is approved, something both sides are hoping to avoid.
Eyewitness News reporter Kelly Sullivan is standing by with concerns over the transparency of the proposed deal.
But first, let's go live to Eyewitness News reporter Madeline Wright, who's live with the latest on today's vote and where things go from here.
Today, the unions rented a room here at Twin River Casino so people could come and cast their vote. The decision to accept a settlement is a last-minute effort to avoid a trial next month. More than 1,000 retired union members filed out of the voting room Monday afternoon after overwhelmingly approving a pension settlement with the state of Rhode Island.
It helps everyone. Those of us that have been retired a long time, those of us that just retired, and those of us that will retire in the future.
The union members are all former public sector employees whose retirement benefits were cut during the state's pension overhaul of 2011.
Even though the state has breached the contract, I felt that this was the best we could do.
Some retirees say they're not completely satisfied with the settlement, but their lawyers and others convinced them it was best to take the offer rather than go to trial.
If we lost this thing, this could carry it on for quite a few more years. I mean, you have some older retirees that, I mean, how long are they going to live?
Under the terms of the proposed settlement, retirees can become eligible for an annual increase known as a COLA every 4 years. Without the settlement, eligibility would only come up once every 5 years.
If it was voted no, I would get nothing.
Under the settlement, the state would also give retirees a $500 payout each year for the next 2 years in lieu of a COLA.
I can plan on the adjustments I have to make financially to take care of my family's future.
The settlement isn't official just yet. Current employees have until Friday to finish voting on it. And coming up at 6, I'll have more on that and the extra steps that need to happen before this pension deal would become a reality. Live in Lincoln with the Blackstone Valley Mobile Newsroom, Madeline Wright, Eyewitness News.
We begin tonight with a lawsuit over Rhode Island's landmark pension overhaul. Today, retirees voted and overwhelmingly accepted a proposed settlement agreement.
The outcome affects every taxpayer in the state, and we have in-depth coverage tonight.
Eyewitness News reporter Brian Yukono has more information on what's at stake here.
But first, Eyewitness News reporter Madeline Wright is live in Lincoln to explain what else needs to happen for this proposal to become a reality.
The vote took place today inside a large room here at Twin River Casino, 2.5 years after union members sued the state of Rhode Island, saying it was unconstitutional to have their pension benefits cut. Union members and retirees are one step closer to avoiding a trial with the state of Rhode Island, after more than 1,000 of them voted on Monday overwhelmingly to a proposed pension settlement.
This is the best we could do.
The union members are all former public sector employees whose retirement benefits were cut.
If it was voted no, I would get nothing.
Under the proposed settlement, retirees would become eligible for an annual increase known as a COLA every 4 years, and they would get a $500 payout each year for the next 2 years.
This is a fair agreement to the retiree and the state.
Some retirees say they're not completely satisfied with the settlement, but their lawyers convinced them it was best to take the offer rather than go to trial.
It may take 10 years to resolve, so it's better to get it finished with.
I'm relieved to get closure.
The settlement isn't official yet. Current state employees have until Friday to finish voting on it. And if they approve the deal, both a judge and state lawmakers have to decide whether to sign off on it. Former Supreme Court Justice Frank Williams orchestrated the settlement, and we asked him for comment today, but he declined because of a gag order. I also contacted Governor Gina Raimondo's office for comment, but so far, no response. Live in Lincoln with the Blackstone Valley Mobile Newsroom, Madeline Wright, Eyewitness News.